Young man listed as wanted for shooting cop in Linstead, St. Catherine, released without charge.
He was released from the police station. It was not him who did the crime, so we asked the police. Same like for them write it up and say he did the crime. Put out in picture, write up, say he was wrongfully accused. All know them not do it, so we just a contact them to do it.
Before we tell you more about that, we encourage you to support this company.
We here at Anthony Brown's Funeral Home would like to welcome our Jamaican community, international and Caribbean countries. Anthony Brown's Funeral Home has been a family-owned and run business for the past 70 years. We pride ourselves with legacy of 3 generations of dedicated, experienced U.S. certified embalmers and funeral directors at our facility, serving our fellow Jamaicans here, at home, and abroad. We believe in personal attention and uncompromising quality.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, is facing criticism after releasing without charge a man whom it had listed as wanted in relation to the shooting of a police inspector in Linstead, St. Catherine on Monday, September 5. The man whose photo you are looking at is 25-year-old Randall Gallimore, otherwise called Nibbs, from Wakefield in Linstead. The JCF published his photograph and name, identifying him as a suspect in connection with the shooting of Police Inspector Damian Butler. His photograph was published on the same day the police inspector, as well as a taxi operator, was shot and wounded in Linstead town. After being identified as a suspect, Gallimore reportedly went to the police station. When the Beacon contacted the JCF's communications arm 2 days later, we were informed that Gallimore had been released without charge pending further investigations. Some people close to Gallimore in the meantime said the publication of his image has placed his life at risk and has tarnished his reputation. They also questioned whether the police conducted proper investigations before naming the young man as a suspect.
In regards to Randall Gallimore, that the police has wrongfully accused and put out in picture and people posting a bag of things about him. He was released from the police station. It was not him who did the crime, so we asked the police. Same like for them write it up and say he did the crime. Put out in picture, write up, say he was wrongfully accused. All know them not do it, so we just a contact them to do it. And I get some people to know say he's not into the crime, he is innocent. Because we don't want anybody seeing him, see him or hurt him. And if they did not come by his house and pick him up and carry him to the station, we were the one who called the JP, and the JP called them to come and pick him up. And my sister were there with them all the way from the JP to the station.
What reason have the police given for targeting your brother?
When them come to the house, them say, them look for this guy named O'Shane. All we are asking because honestly, we did not know anything that took place in Linstead. We did not know anything about the incident. All when them handcuff me and bad me up and attack, all me ask them, when you handcuff me, you have me up in the vehicle and drive up and down, I don't know the reason why I'm here. What is the problem? Hey, girl, shut your mouth. That's what them are dealing with. So I don't know what happened. When we reach the station, we hear the police them attack. That's how we know what happened.
Are they saying they saw him at the scene or somebody resembling him at the scene? What are they saying?
No. When they came to the house and they asked, like my cousin, them asked him who and who live in the house that him live, and him start calling the name them and tell them. Then ask him which foot if them have on tattoo, and when him tell them say him have on the tattoo, that's when them start say him them a look for. And him we a look for him name, and them tell him what him name, and him we a look for. And your brother ain't girl now go away until the brother can himself. Justice funeral him have to go get. That's how them start behave. And when they came there, they did not ask anything about him. They asked for somebody else. O'Shane, we don't even know who is O'Shane.
So you're saying the tattoo is the reason he was picked up?
That's the reason why, because when them hear him name, they did not know his name. But when them hear him have on the tattoo, that's when them start react.
So how is he reacting to all of this?
Him call, him a ball. Him actually at first. And him from them let him out of the station, him don't come out on the road. Him afraid. Before he go and call, I'll bring call the academy. When I call my sister and tell my sister saying, we not bring him come up at the station because the way the police them behave. And even tell him to what he tell. And even tell him say he must lay low for a little while. Why police are telling him to lay low?
Is the family contemplating legal action against the JCF or anything like that?
No. We just want them to clear his name, put it out there just as how them put out his picture first that they catch the man who shot the inspector and whatever. We just want them to put wrongfully accused. Because people have him thing run on social media, say all sort of thing about him. Nobody can feel comfortable working at a time like this. People can see him and hurt him. It's a family yard, a tree house in the yard. There's not only like them come and harass, so they mash up with things them too. That 3 door, them 4 door in all, because them go up on my auntie and kick off my auntie door. 4 door, them kick off in all. And as a police, if you come around and you come a people yard for search people yard, come on man, you must have some better approach. You can't come in a people yard. Hey girl, and they do look for dead and a safe sir. We are human beings just like you know. Just like the police them. Blood run through all our body. Then they're supposed to go on nobody and not deal with nobody, so kick off people door and mash up people things. You know people all work hard for them stuff. You know what you have dead right now? Them come, them cut up the youth mattress. They know what your mattress right now?
In relation to the shooting, reports are that a civilian shot Inspector Butler after he was approached when seen acting in what was said to be a suspicious manner. The civilian had a bag from which he reportedly pulled a gun and started firing. Sources said Inspector Butler received a shot in the face, but it is not considered life-threatening. A taxi operator who was in the area was shot in the neck. Both wounded men were taken to hospital. The shooting sent many people scampering for cover in the busy town of Linstead. In Linstead, this is the Jamaica Beacon.